Hello everyone, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we'll share some of the tips and tricks you can do on the Yuphoria. So the Yuphoria is a brand new device from Ventures, and the previous one was the Eureka. Now this device was announced in India last month, and this comes with a 5-inch display. It's powered by the Snapdragon 410 quad-core chipset with 2GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. The interesting aspect of this device is it runs Android 5.0 Lollipop with a custom CM12, that's a Cyanogen OS version 12. So that is on top of Android 5.0. Now let's get started with the tips and tricks. So this device has a lot of hidden features, or rather a lot of customization options available. So let's get started with each of these. So first step, let's see how you can customize the wallpapers and other steps, widgets. So just press and hold and you can see the wallpapers option, widgets, and also settings. So these are just normal options. There is nothing to highlight here. So these are basically the normal wallpaper options, so nothing to highlight there. So then you have the widget support. So whatever apps you have installed, you can get widgets out of it. So you can add widgets. Then you have additional options here. If you just swipe to the top, you can see the search. If you want the search bar, then scroll effect, you can select the scroll effect. You can see the effects showing up here. So you can just enable the scroll effect. Then you come back. You can see you can enable whether you want icon labels to show up. You can hide or show those options. You can also enable wallpaper scrolling. Wallpaper can be scrolled using this option. Then grid size, there are three options: comfortable, cozy, condensed, and custom. So you can enable the custom grid size. You can enable 4x4 or whatever is your choice that can be enabled. So comfortable is the general option. Let's select comfortable itself. Now coming on to the next option, that's the drawer. You can again enable scroll effect. Then you can have the sorting mode based on the install time, title, or the launch count. So that's the enable option. That means if an app has been used multiple number of times, if you have selected scroll mode as the launch count, you can see that app will be available at the front. So that's the sorting mode. Then you have icon labels again. Then app settings, larger icons. If you want larger icons, you can enable it there. Then you have this useful option that is protected apps. Say just swipe and draw a pattern for the lock. Then you can enable locking. So you can say for right now we are just protected two apps. Now coming back, we'll just enable those options. Let's just go here to the all apps. So right now you can see those apps are not shown here. So that's because we have protected them, so now they are not available here. Now if you come back to the home screen and then swipe here and then go to protected apps, so let's just draw the pattern once again. So now let's enable it back. So now you can see those two apps are available. So the protected apps will not show up in the list, so they are protected. So if you are having apps which have have personal information you don't want to share with your friends, whoever uses the phone, then you can enable this protected apps mode. So now coming back to the home screen, so we have this themes app. So just like the Eureka which had this themes customization, so here also we have this themes folder. So this app allows you to download themes. So there are lots of beautiful themes available. So you can select these themes. Some of them are paid, and you can see the premium themes, and some of them are free, so you can download them and install themes. Then there is one additional useful options. You can see components, so you can selectively apply themes. So if you want just the icons from a particular option, you can just apply here. Then you have the status bar, controls, navigation, fonts, boot animation, sound pack. So lots of things are available, just like the Xiaomi's MIUI. So you can basically choose any of these components selectively from a theme and apply them. Now let's go to the theme chooser. So that's one useful option we can say in this available in this build. So we have this app theme. So once you select this, you can see an app theme icon coming up on the top, so you can just move it around, and what it does is we'll just show you with the settings. So let's open the settings, and what it does is this app theme will customize the app for that theme whatever you select, and it does not apply to all the phone options, just for this the option which we are selected right now. So we just show you. So we are now selected settings. So now if we select app theme, so you can see two themes are available, the U theme or the system theme. That's the default Android 5.0 theme. So let's just select this, and you can see the settings is now the stock Android settings. So but the whole thing will not be changed. That means the default theme will not be changed, only for the settings that will be applied. So similarly, if you just go ahead and select U, this will come back to the U theme. So similarly, you can apply for say for example, if you go to the messaging, you can apply here. You can select U theme, and this will be applied, since the U theme is basically the same as that of the system theme. So that's why this has not changed. Similarly, you can apply from the caller. You can see dialer app here also you can apply. So based on whether you have a different theme available for each of these app, you can choose them. So that's one useful option available. So that's the theme chooser. So once you're done with the theme chooser, you can just drag and close this. So that's the theme chooser. So you can selectively change the theme on the settings, the dialer, the messaging, and stuff like that. Now let's go to the settings. So here we have the default set of options, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data usage. You have the VPN and the default SMS app. You can also enable portable hotspot. So that's the normal set of options. So we are not going into that. Then we have the sounds. You can see the media sounds. We can be enabled. Now let's go to the display and light. So that's one useful options. You can see the brightness levels. You can enable it there. Then you have adaptive brightness, optimized brightness levels for available light. That's one useful option. The next step we have the rotation. So you can enable rotation for the options available, that's 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. So these are the options available for auto rotate. So if you don't want 90 degree rotation, you can disable that, and if you want say 180 degree, you can enable it from here. So that's the auto rotation. Next up we have the double tap to wake. So that's enabled. So double tap to wake, as you all know, that's a very useful option. Double tap on the display to wake the screen, and then you can double tap to sleep, double tap on the status bar to turn off. So just double tap here and this will turn off, and double tap on the display to switch it back on. Then we have the option to cast screen, then expanded desktop. Then you have the option to change the font size and stuff like that. So that's the display and lights. And themes, we already talked about that. We have the app themer. That's one useful option. Now going to the notification manager, you can see which all apps have access to the notification center, and you can customize that. Next up we have the lock screen. So lock screen shortcuts is one useful option. So you can see here there are three lock screen shortcuts, so you can customize them. So just click there and you can choose the default action. So default is phone dialer. You can select the application. Say for example, if you want in default application to show up there, you can enable it from here. So similarly you can enable for the camera as well as the dialer. So that's one of the useful option. Now next up we have the buttons. So in the buttons we have the left-handed mode. So if you enable this, what it does is the navigational buttons will be available on the left side in case the phone is in the landscape mode. So we'll just show you. So now we have turned on the landscape mode, and you can see this is now in the left side. If you disable this will go to the right side. So pretty useful for people using left-handed people using the phone in the landscape mode. Then show arrows while typing. Then you have the buttons and layout. So this is one useful option. So buttons and layout is this button. So if you click edit, you can enable additional buttons here. So if you click plus, you can enable the search button or always show menu button. So or you can add even the empty button. So that's the option. So on the right side also you can enable search button or the menu button from here. So that's the options available. So once you are done that, you can save that, and the buttons and layout will be saved here. Now navigation ring target, so you can just enable here. So if you just swipe from the bottom to the top, it will go to the Google Plus, and here you can enable which application you want to enable. Say for example, if you toggle torch, so just here. Now let's go. So you can see the torch is now enabled. That's how you disable or enable the option. So you just swipe here and the torch will be enabled. Just swipe again, the torch will be disabled. So similarly you can configure the other options available here. So let's just go to the buttons once again, and you can see the navigation target rings. So you can add one more option here. So you can enable silent or other options like screen off. So lots of options are there, so that's customizable. So that's the option. You can also customize recent long press action. You can see last app, or you can enable it to the background app. Then the power menu, if you press and hold the power menu, you can enable these options: reboot, screenshot, profile switcher, airplane mode, and the user switcher. So these are the options available. Then the other options included in the button. Then let's go to the battery mode. We have the options to see the balance battery mode. You have the power saver mode and the performance mode. So these are the options available in the battery mode. Then the security, we have the default options for security. Then let's go to users. So we have this guest mode, so you can configure what all can be enabled in the guest mode. So enable calls in the guest mode. Then you can switch users, and you can also add a new user. You can set it up now. You can switching to the user, and you can set up that particular user. So that's another useful option. So next up we have the system profile. So you can configure multiple profiles and also set the default trigger for these profiles. So you can see Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, wireless. So these are the options available. So for each profile you can configure what are the triggers available, and they can be triggered when you switch on that profile. So that's another useful option. Then we have the status bar. This is the status bar. You can enable clock style. Then you can have it on right, left, center, or hidden. Then AM, PM, that can also be enabled. Then battery style can be icon. You can see the icon with portrait mode, in the landscape mode, circle, text, and even you can make it hidden. So that's the battery style. Then you have the battery percentage also can be configured. Then brightness control can be enabled from here. So that's the options available in the status bar. Then the notification drawer, you can enable quick pull down. That's right edge of the status bar pull down to the quick settings. So that's the option available. Then you can enable weather. Then select and order the tiles. So these are the notification center tiles. So you can enable reorder them. So you can see I can reorder them, and also add new tiles to this. So that's the option to configure the notification center. Then you can enable the brightness slider and few other options. So then we have the normal set of options for storage, language, backup and reset, printing, and about phone. So these are some of the options you can do on the Yuphoria. So it's a highly customizable phone. Lots of options are included. So you can try out these options. Some of them are not really enabled. Some of the useful features are not really enabled. So you can go ahead and enable them. So all in all, this is highly customizable OS. The Cyanogen OS on top of Android 5.0. So that's all guys with the tips and tricks on the Yuphoria. Hope you like this video. If you have any queries, drop in a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.